racing, edge outdoor racing, edge outdoor racing. Yeah, welcome to show the Edge Outdoor Racing Show. Okay, so I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard.
Yes, and we welcome you. Thanks so much for tuning in on the second part of the series.
That's right. We're making an offshore powerboat, all 3D printed, but basically we're dubbing it the Miami Vice build series.
Yes, it is all 3D printed, and we are using Arduboat on Mission Planner.
That's right. So we're going to make it self-driving, autonomous. What's another word for it? Robotic driven.
Self-driving. Yes.
Not self-aware. It's not the Terminator.
No. But yes.
So basically, you click the waypoints, and it's going to zoom there at like Mach 1.
Yes,
across
75 kilometers an hour.
We're predicting. So yeah. So it will be the fastest autonomous powerboat.
Autonomous boat.
Autonomous robotic boat.
Yeah, there you go.
3D printed boat. Yeah.
Yes, okay. And this is part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, make sure you go back and check out the part 1. And what did we do in part 1, Richard?
Part 1 we designed the boat, right? We designed it out, the offshore boat, yeah.
And CAD software is printed out on the Creality K1, which is the one behind us.
That's right, we cut it up into little pieces and we glued it all together, sanded it all down,
assembled it, and then we're on live stream. We tested the electronics, and on this episode
we also tested the waterproofing. Is the hull sealed? And it is. So
there we go. And on this episode, what are we doing?
We're going to continue on. So we're going to head over to Mission Planner or Audipilot
and install the electronics, check it's all working, and hopefully go out of the water. That's what we want to see.
We're going to get some water action.
There you go. Okay, so let's just see. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard, and thanks all very much to our sponsors.
Yes, and also you. So here we go. Let's get into it. And 3, 2, 1, race!
Alright, first we designed the boat.
Yes, and then we jumped into the Creality software and put it out on the Creality K1.
Then we glued it all together and we carried on sanding the hull.
And painting phase was next, and then testing it in the water.
Followed by live streaming, so stay tuned. Strap yourself in, let's get into the episode. Okay, here we are. This is the exciting part. So powerboat time is nearly
autonomous.
That's right. Nearly self-driven, but first you got to drive it yourself. You got to test these things. So we've got the flight controller set up behind me in the boat there, or behind us in the boat there, and we've got the Mission Planner all booted up. It seems to be responding,
which is good, and we've done all the configurations, and yes.
So for the basic stuff, on, off, left, right, that kind of thing, seems to be responding correctly. Let's go and check to see if it's doing what we think it's doing.
So it can do things like we're set up here on the switch,
and then notice in the background the flight modes.
Loiter flight mode.
Yep. So
I'll zoom in so you can see it. So this is what's the information coming in on the flight controller.
Return to home.
Look at it.
Auto flight.
So we're watching this part up here.
Circle flight mode.
And hold.
Hold mode.
There you go.
Manual flight.
So there you go. That's all working. That's great to see. And yes, that must means that we've done it right. We've set up fail safes. We've set up all the good stuff. So there you go. And
so do you want to check to see if it actually goes?
Yes, we probably should do that. The propeller's over there.
That's the dangerous end.
That's the dangerous side. So we'll keep away from that.
Stick to halfway. It's a
there
little different. Little tricks of the trade for this guy.
Yeah, a little bit different. Okay, cool.
Okay, so we've got an arm button.
There you go. That's the tone we want.
And then I don't think the actual servo is not connected to the rudder at the moment, but you can hear it if you listen really carefully. That means that the servo is working.
Yes, but we need to set that up, but mine will be yes, it's not quite set up yet.
Okay, so what we do is we arm it. We've got our arm switch, but nothing will happen because I need to put the throttle down. But we'll see. Watch this.
Motors on.
I mean, you're going to bring that down. That's a good sound.
And that's a tune from the ESC saying that it is happy.
Yes. So if you watch this point here,
actually, you can probably zoom in here. Oh. Okay, so ready? We're gonna
go for it.
Add a bit of throttle.
There you go. It's going. Is it going in the right direction?
Yes.
Is it? Right. Yep. There's a bit of air coming. That'll just keep chirping in the background.
Hang on, push that off.
Hang on. There you go. And that'll just
unplug it. Plug it on. It's not a bad thing. It's just telling us that it's ready to go. Okay, so that proves that it's working. In fact, it is working with Audipilot.
Yes.
Or Arduboat, as it were, and it means that
we've done things correct.
So
hopefully we've done everything correct. I think so.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's showing GPS. It's showing all that good stuff. So next we need to go and waterproof the flight controller and electronics and set up that server that's been evading us.
And then we'll go and put it in the water. So let's go and do all that.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Alright, so we're buttoning down the hatches, and it is a little problematic, but we're getting there. Yeah, a little problematic. So we've got how many bolts in? We've got 2. 2 bolts in. Then 1, 2, 3 to go on that? Yeah. And then we're just going to put the GPS on top. So it's looking good, and then what happens? What's the next plan, Richard? Well, then full systems check, and then off to water trials. Yeah, cool, exciting.
Okay, here we are in location. Sea trial time is what it is. Here we are in Pi here, and we've got the power boat all ready, more or less, I think, at this point in time. We've got the mission planner all sorted.
GPS on top.
That's right, GPS on top. The antennas for the receiver, and the right is left, right is right, left is left, hopefully. We were busy configuring that in Mission Planner quite recently, and it was opposite, so we're going to go and check that in the real deal. So what, go and charge it?
Put it in the water?
You're going to go and put it in the water, do some sort of sea trial type stuff, you know, zoom around, that kind of thing. And then we'll slowly work our way up the pyramid of difficulty towards fully autonomous or self-driving powerboat. So
we're going to put the batteries in, turn it on, and pop it in the water.
Yeah, let's get into it. So here we are. We're just taking these extra screws off for transport, and then we're going to dive into plugging the batteries in and whatnot, right? Powering it up, booting it up, putting these massive 8,000 milliamp hour lithium ion battery packs in there.
All we need for autonomous long range.
That's right, so, you know, that's 60 batteries. These are the things that you missed out on. Harry did quite a big overhaul and managed to sort of watertight the flight control and all that good stuff as best as we could. Harry mainly focused on that, whereas I focused on other things. I was doing things like, you know, getting the bolts in properly, those kind of things, you know, stopping the immediate water coming in. Harry's stopping the fundamentals from getting wrecked. Okay, so
we'll bolt this down.
We'll bolt this down, plug it in, and let's get into it.
What do you reckon? Can you go?
Yeah, last screw we're working on now. Okay, I think she's there.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right.
Get it. Put it on the ground.
Manual flight mode.
Manual flight mode. So this house. And what we'll do is we'll arm it.
That's a good sound, good tone.
That's good. Right. That's right. Left. Left. A bit more to the right than the left, but that's okay for now. Maybe we can adjust that in post. But it's not too bad.
Okay.
Okay, so arming, because that's really it, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Okay, so arm at half throttle and then go down.
Yeah.
Motors armed.
Good sound.
Good sound. Okay, so disarm it.
All good?
Disarm.
Okay, so first things first, let's check to see if how buoyant it is with those extra 2 big battery packs here.
Oh yeah.
Because we later on at a later date we might need to move them around or change the configuration out. But for now, this is what it will be. You can see I'm going to get wet feet. What do you reckon? Seems okay. Okay, arming.
Motors armed.
Okay, so why did they do that, Richard? I think it's the GPS because we armed it over there and then moved it here. Yes. So then it gets confused. So what we'll do is we'll arm it on site and then we'll put it in the water. Okay, go for it. Okay, so arming it now.
Motors armed.
So I'll stick down. Okay. That's a good sign. Okay, good. So I'll leave it armed and we won't touch it. Okay, here we go. Okay, you ready? Okay. Is that it? It's working. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's working. It's a bit slow for now. So that's the right hand turn. Okay, now check the left hand way. That's full left, and water's coming out of the ESC cooling system. The cooling system's working. Yeah. It actually looks quite nice, doesn't it? We better put some pretty big batteries in. That's what, like a quarter throttle? What do you reckon? Cool. Okay, Harry's having turned. It actually turns quite well here. What do you think? Well, you're the one driving. I like it. It's cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool, eh? So we're only using like 1% thrust at the moment. Yeah, yeah. But that's okay. They're quite heavy batteries, so we are checking that at the same time. What we could do is we could lighten those batteries too. You mean take less water off? We could change out the batteries for lighter ones. Looks good though. Looks good, eh? I mean, it's working. Yeah, heck yeah, it is. What do you think? What do you think? It's pretty good for a first test. Oh, amazing. Yeah. It's going. Yeah. What do you reckon of the weight? I think it might be a little bit too heavy. Yeah. Well, we've got lighter batteries in the car. Yeah. Looks pretty. Do you want to try a little bit faster? You can try. Is a 3D printed boat working? Heck yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think so. A little bit heavy, perhaps. Hang on, we go. Bring it back in. What do you think? Yeah. Oh, we'll check it back in and we'll check the water and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, probably a good idea since it's abated. Yeah. So what did we learn, Richard? We learned there's a little bit of water coming in, but I can't tell whether that was from, because the battery, if we were too far at the back, it might need to be evenly spaced, right? There might be a little bit of water shooting in from over the side, which would mean, hence the reason why there was a bit of water there, because it's not quite waterproofed all correctly yet. Just enough to do this little test that we're doing today. So a little bit more waterproofing to do, but all in all, pretty good. Everything seems to be working correctly.
So we're going to change out the batteries and put it back in?
So yeah, we're going to put a little lighter battery in for today, and we're going to give it another little blip to see if it makes any difference. Okay, here we are, and so it's a different battery.
Lighter battery.
Yeah, much lighter battery and different placement. Fingers crossed it does the trick.
You reckon it's still cavitating, eh? And what's cavitation for people that don't know?
It's when the propeller's coming out into an air pocket.
It still sounds like it's cavitating.
Yeah, it's
maybe more weight at the back, I think.
What if you give it like a little...
Give it a bit of a blip.
Yeah, hold it straight. Nice.
It's still cavitating, eh?
Not when it hits the plane though. Ah!
Oops. What do you think?
I think it was better,
Better, right?
but at the same time, it was only better at the top end, right?
Yeah.
So how much of punching it were you?
I don't know, like 80%.
Right. Be interesting to see what happens if you go higher on the RPM.
Okay, we'll try.
I think it'd be fine once you get over the cavitation part. So that's like 80% throttle.
What are you going to try with it?
I'll try loiter mode, just see what happens. Okay, loiter mode.
Loiter flight mode.
That's not me doing it.
Okay, that's loiter.
So loiter just sort of sat there and did nothing really.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do.
Well, what's RTL?
3.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Return to home.
Okay.
Manual flight mode.
That's me taking over.
Yeah. It probably was coming around.
Okay, what? Well, if I leave it on RTL, well, it's 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Return to home. Manual flight mode.
Yeah,
think of
it was, yeah.
coming around. It might just have a big circle.
Yeah,
And there's cavitations there, that doesn't really help.
yeah.
But yeah, so it wasn't working.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Okay, coming in. Coming in. Okay, come back in, eh?
Okay.
Hang on. Okay, coming in.
Yeah, you're good, Richard. That's enough for that guy. So, what do you reckon? Successful?
I reckon successful. We've got some little bits of
drone chase footage.
We've got some work to do in the workshop to clean up. For example, there's a little gap here. That's okay. We can fix it up, and that's about it really.
That's probably where the water's coming in.
Yeah, that's where the water's coming in. Other than that, I think it's all good. And we maybe have to change the balance around to so you can get up on the plane and all that kind of good stuff in the future. So for now,
but you did test. What did you test?
We tested all the tuning worked, the RTL worked.
It went straight home.
The hold mode worked, and the loiter worked. So lots to be thankful for, and we got this.
It did float, and we got it back. So there you go.
That's right, and the engines worked, and it's still not out over there. It's back. So pretty successful, and
what did you think about chasing it with the drone?
And chasing it with the drone, it was pretty good. Yeah, no complaints there. Lots of orbiting. I got nice and close a couple of times, and I could see all the white water. And one time I went up relatively high and came down, you could see all the whitewash. It looked pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so Drone Racing HQ. And we're back. Yes, so thanks very much for tuning into this exciting episode. Make sure you give this video the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done already. That's right, yeah. Thanks very much to everybody who watched today, past, present, and future. And it's a good one, yeah, this one. Yes, we like making this one for you guys. And this is part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, make sure you click the link above and go and have a check out on that one. That's right, and remember to check out the live stream where we put it in the freshwater tank and checked out all the yes, yeah, click that link as well. So there you go, lots to see. Okay, so what do you think of making this episode, Richard? It was quite good. Just we went to Tihami here in the Bay of Islands. It was great. Yeah, to test it always. Sea trials is always exciting. Yeah, there's a little bit of water coming in, that kind of thing. Between the lid and the hull, isn't it? That's right. There's a seal, but the actual hull is perfectly dry and sealed up correctly. So all the 3D printing is working. We just need to work that in the workshop, which we did know that there was a little bit of gap there. You can see light through it. But and in terms of the in terms of the batteries, what do you reckon? Big, small? What it didn't really matter. It just it dropped a little bit in the water. In terms of that, it didn't change much. No, not really. It didn't have that much of an effect. So. Carrying on, I think we're all good. The flight controller worked well and do what it said. There was one part there where we first plugged in and then we picked up, we did like kind of an amateur mistake we forgot about, and you sealed the hull up and everything's working, moved it, and then moved it to a new location, and then forgot. And then of course then it couldn't arm because of course it's mission planner, and then it thinks that there's an error because of the GPS has moved. So that's right, we had to undo all the screws again, get into it, unplug it, plug it back in, and away she went. Away she went. And what kind of autonomous missions did we test on this particular? So we did predominantly we did just in manual mode, checking the directions are all good and the engine's all good, and then we flipped into loiter mode, which is the one that it just sort of tries to attempt to keep it straight, which it did a relatively okay job. It'd probably need a bit bigger area, wouldn't it, really? RTL, we also flipped it into an RTL for the second, so you can see it starting to come around. That's right, and then I think I paused it because there was a bit of a island there of sand, so I turned it around. Sandbar there, and then I flicked it and you can see it was directing back to us. So yeah, all good so far. Yes, and the mount that we made, the 3D printed mount, we made it out of PETG to hold the motor in place. Perfect. Yeah, it worked well. So yes, there you go, 3D printing. Rock on. That's right, and you could also see the ESC cooling working. Yeah, we hadn't done before. You can see it firing the water cooling out the side. So there you go, it was working well. Yes, so there you go. That was great. I quite liked it. Yeah, we checked all the motors and everything. It was all nice and cool. Yes. Everything was optimal and working conditions. Great. And moving on to the next segment on the show, the movie of the week is Iron Man 3. Yes, Iron Man 3. Why did we choose Iron Man 3 particularly? Particularly because it has Guy Pearson, a great actor, and Robert Downey Jr. obviously is Tony Stark. And he is Tony Stark is in a place in his life where he's sort of peaked as far as he can
be at that point in time, and then he ends up losing all of it.
All his
technology.
all his tech.
And he just has to build himself back up and beat the bad guy, which is the Mandarin.
So there you go.
Or was it Ames? You have to tune in to figure out.
You have to go and find that movie and check it out. Anything with Iron Man is always good. So there you go. And Guy Pearce, great actors.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's the movie of the week that you should check out.
Okay, and final thoughts, Harry, on this one.
Final thoughts. It was just great to see a 3D printed boat out in the water, and we're just going through the preliminary tests, and now looking forward to the next episode. So so we made it in the first episode, so make sure you click the link above if you haven't seen that. And then on the next coming up episode, we are going to go fully autonomous, so tweak out all the little issues, and then you're going to go fully autonomous.
That's right. Yeah. So it gets pretty much the thumbs up for the sea trial voyage.
Yes.
It gets pretty much a thumbs up from us.
And what about your final thought?
Yeah, it was good. I was quite interested about previously in our lives we made a balsa wood RC boat, years and years ago, and the drive shaft is sort of more shaped downwards, and it's got a flat hull, and when you put the throttle on that one, it goes flat, 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 flat. But with this one, because of the hull design, nice and sleek, and the drive shaft is effectively shooting backwards out the back of it. It just very smoothly cruised along. It was cool.
There you go. So yes, and it was quite fun to chase it with the drone as well.
Yeah, that was the highlight.
Yeah. Okay. So
ultimately, the highlight was
So there you go. Okay, so we'll see each other next week on the H&R Drone Racing Show. Thanks so much to all our sponsors. Thank you most of all for tuning in.
And make sure you remember to subscribe to stay up to date with this exciting build. And remember, we have another boat/submarine series on the channel at the moment.
Yes.
It is the RC Subskimmer. Stay tuned and see what that is. It's exciting.
There you go. So we'll see each other next week. I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard.
And we'll see each other then.
And 3, 2, 1, go! HR Drone Racing, HR Drone Racing, HR Drone Racing! Yeah! See you guys next week.